Hey, welcome to the Swine Time podcast. I'm your host, Brian Swinehart. Today I'm going to talk about traveling. Yeah, I recently went to the Netherlands and it was very interesting. You know, I'm an American guy uh, through and through. I pee red, white, and blue. And so leaving America, this great, beautiful country of ours, is always a nerve wracking thing for me to do for anybody, I guess, to go to another country. And so I went to the Netherlands. Now, that's a country that speaks Dutch. So if you go to the Netherlands, they speak Dutch in the Netherlands. But most of the people speak English. So as long as you know English, you'll be okay. Uh, so I guess if you're listening to this, you probably do speak English. So you'll be all right if you go to the Netherlands. And it cost a ticket was about $850 to get there from California, from Los Angeles. I flew to Netherlands, and it was a long flight. I think it was it 12 hours or 8 hours, 8 or 12 hours. I should have looked that up. 8 or 12 hours. It was 2 weeks ago I went, so I'm forgetting. But it was a long flight. I think it was 12-hour flight, yeah. But it was direct flight, which was cool. But you got to deal with a lot of nonsense on the plane. It's normal, I mean, I don't know why these people lean their seat back. You can't watch the movie. I watched a couple movies on the way. I saw The Matrix again, and I saw a couple other movies on the plane. So that helps kill time. Uh, but it was, the plane is always tough riding that long because you got people coughing and stuff. I think I got a little bit of a cold on that dang plane, especially on the trip back. But it's a long flight, but it's pretty cool. You get there. The first thing I said when I got to Netherlands is, "Man, it's clean here." I mean, it is clean. They really take care of the place. It's almost too clean. You know what I mean? Like, it's so clean. It reminds me of that movie Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone. Because in that movie, that it's in the future, and the place is all clean. It's almost like, but it's so super clean. I mean, it's like I can't even. It's like, I mean, if I dropped something on the ground there, I would definitely eat it. I mean, I would eat something if I dropped it on the ground here, but there I'd feel a little less guilty about it. That's how clean it is. So super clean there. And another thing you'll notice when you go to the Netherlands is right away people are on bicycles, and they're always riding bicycles everywhere, and the people are skinnier than Americans. I think that goes for everywhere. But hey, just because we're husky, don't mean nothing bad. Okay, we like our McDonald's, uh, but they're definitely much thinner people in the Netherlands. Another thing you'll notice when you go to the Netherlands is they're tall. They're all very, very tall. In fact, the guy who did the currency, they use the euro there. So you have the dollar, and they have the euro. So when I was doing the currency exchange, the guy working at the bank thing, he was freaking tall. He was like 6'8", dude. I mean, this guy was huge, but he was skinny. I mean, he didn't have much muscle on him. I mean, he's big. I mean, when you're that tall, it's not like he was no LeBron James. I mean, he was a white guy. I think pretty much everybody in the Netherlands is white, pretty white there. And but he was tall, and I started talking with him, and I said, "Man, why aren't you guys good at basketball? I never hear you. These are some of the tallest people I ever, man. Around here in America, I'm like normal, good size, 5'11" and a half, so I'm right there with everybody. Most places I go, I'm about uh, I'm about the right height. I'm about average height. I'm not super tall, but I'm not really short. If I'm in the grocery store, I'm never the shortest one in the store. I'm not usually the tallest either, so I'm never the tallest or the shortest. So I'm right there in the middle. But there, I was feeling short, man, because almost everybody was taller than me, all the guys at least. Um, so they're super tall, but they play soccer, and they do have basketball, but they need to get Phil Jackson out there, the former coach of the Bulls and the Lakers, and turn them into something good. Because, man, if you're that tall, your country should be better at basketball. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I know you won't be competing with Americans, because of the players we got here, but still, I mean, come on. I think you could win a bronze medal or maybe fourth place at the Olympics with that kind of height. So if I was the Netherlands, I'd be working on that for sure because those suckers were tall. And so that was, the people in Netherlands are very friendly people. They're not rowdy. In America, we have rowdy people. I was at the bus station and I sat and I was just people watching for a little while. And, at a bus station or something around here in America, you meet rowdy people. People are rowdy. They're messing with each other. They're picking on each other a little bit. A lot of trash talking and just running their mouth. Not even trash talking mean. Just we run our mouth a lot more. They're not as mouthy. They don't not. I'm not saying that's good or bad either way. It's just that they're more. It appeared to me that they are more maybe more introverted than Americans because I feel like when I go to places around here that we're more kind of in your face a little bit compared to how they are. I would say that yeah, we're more kind of rowdy. We're just a rowdier type of a people compared to the Netherlands from what I saw in 10 days. Okay, not that I'm an expert, but in the 10 days I was there, I would say Americans were definitely more rowdy. They are more kind of quieter, politer. Well, I don't know if even politer, but they're just more. They're not rowdy like we are, And they have less. It seems like they have less homeless. I would say probably, but it's not as big a country. You got to think. The crazy thing about Europe is that their countries are the size of our states. Okay, so these aren't very big places. That's why America dominates in so many ways in sports and stuff because we have these. Our states are the size of their countries, so it's hard for if they were all one country. If you took Europe and made all of Europe one and they were all on the same team, they would be better, right? Because you'd have more people to pick from. That's how we are here. We got all these people, all these states. Well, when our states are the size of their countries and then we pick only our best athletes, it's hard for them to compete with us in the Olympics and stuff like that because we got more to choose from. And I can also tell you that we put more of a bigger thing on sports. Although they have better soccer, they're really good at soccer. All of Europe is, so they put more emphasis on soccer. And but the rest of the sports, I think that we have more going on, as far as that going. Uh, so, but they have a lot of culture. The churches are magnificent in the Netherlands. They really, they're old fashioned, they're old time, they're old school churches, and they're very beautiful churches out there. Like, whew. and and it's just a different kind of, you know, the housing is. It's more old fashioned. The architecture's it's an older culture. They have more just older buildings and things. And they have a king. Okay, so I was watching the TV and this king come on. Now, man, I don't know how you still have a king. I don't know how you don't revolt against this. Who's this guy? He didn't really look like a king. He looked like a politician, dude. He dressed like I do. He wore a tie and a blue shirt or something, but he didn't wear no crown. I mean, if you're gonna rip the people off, rip them off with a crown, man. I would wear a crown if I was the king. I don't care. It's 2019. I mean, if you guys are still having a king, put on a crown, man. Just put that in their face. I'm the king. I'm wearing a crown. And they have some controversies going in their country too. There's always these times change and the point of views change, and the big issue that they have is a thing called Black Pete, and he's for Christmas. He's this dude that helps Santa Claus, but they call him Black Pete, and some people say it's racist, and some people say it's their history that Black Pete, and so some people want to get rid of Black Pete because people dress up as Black Pete and they put black paint on their face because there ain't very many black people in Netherlands, so you got to dress up like them, I guess, because I'm not for sure, but So that's a big thing that's on their news a lot. So that's a very controversial thing. Is this guy Black Pete who helped Santa Claus in the Netherlands? We have elves and reindeer here, so I guess there's pretty soon there will be controversy from PETA over the reindeer. But right now the reindeer are still part of it. So it was really great for me, especially. I haven't really. That was my. It was good because I got to see it too. From I went to visit my friend, so I got to see it from his life, a little bit, uh, and um, and got to see how kind of locals live. They have Aldi stores, okay, and we have Aldi stores out here too, and those are pretty cool because when you return you got to put a quarter into the shopping cart, and then when you return the shopping cart, you get your quarter back or your money back, and they have some really good food. Waffle, this man was good, and they had it's a waffle with syrup in it. Oh God, dude! I mean, I can't even explain how good that is. I mean, it's this waffle on top of a syrup. Okay, so there's a waffle, and then there's syrup on it, and then there's another waffle, but it's small, and that's probably the best dessert thing I've ever had, man. That thing was so good. I mean, I had a bunch of them. That was delicious. I love those. And so yeah, the Netherlands is definitely a spot to go. I went to Amsterdam for one night, and then I went to Groningen mainly, and then we went to an island. There's these islands out there, and wow, that's cool, man. And then we went to stay in this other area that was more historic and had a lot of greenery, and it was like it was more touristy, like the locals don't go, but it was pretty cool because I took a picture in the old garments that they used to wear, the old clothes, and saw these old boats and stuff, and so it was pretty cool just to see another country and being there. So I would definitely say if you ever get the chance, you should definitely go to Netherlands because it has a lot of similarities to America. A lot. I mean, it's similar to Ohio as far as the weather. It's gloomy and kind of overcast a lot. But and like I said, the people are great, man. They sit there. When we were on that island, we went to visit this guy. I told the one guy was a comedian, and we went to this other guy. He lives in the island, and he has this house, and we just 9 p.m. went up there and started knocking on his door, and he opened the door and come in, and his wife give us coffee, cookies, and tea, and just sat there and talked, man. And he had stories about everything, all the stories of the island, and yeah, it was pretty. I always remember that, and so it was really great, man. It's good for me to get out and see other countries because you get a certain mindset living in a place, and then you come back home and you catch your breath again, and you're back onto your life, but you've learned something from seeing a different part of the world, and but more you travel, the more you realize, man, we're all just trying to do the same stuff, man. Just trying to accomplish our goals and take care of our neighbors, and uh, get along with each other the best we can. You can't always be perfect on that, but try. But yeah, I really liked it. It's a cool country, a lot of history, a lot of I guess would it be heritage is the right word? Just a lot of history, just a lot of background to it, and being at because the World War II, there's a lot there too as far as what they have experienced and things like that, and nice people, and feel safe. I didn't feel danger. That definitely did not feel any danger in there. I mean, I'm sure there is some, but it's not like America where uh, we got some rowdies, dude, and So it's definitely, I felt like it was a safe. Although there was a shooting right the day before I got there. There was a gangster that was into drugs. There was this, no, they shot a lawyer who was representing, who was trying to put this drug dealer away. So they have some, stuff like that going on. But, just it's what it is, man. I just think that it was a good trip. And I think that if you ever have a chance, go. I did a couple Airbnbs; those were cool too. They were affordable, and that was cool because you get to see also some people how they live and stuff. And spent most of the time with my friends, and we got to see, just got to see the town and I recommend if you go to somewhere though, if you know somebody, I think that's better. Because had I not known anyone, I think I could have would have been a lot harder trip. You know. So that is a recap on going to the Netherlands. So if you get a chance, go. You know what time it is. It's swine time.